What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Live It Up podcast. I am
Yeah,
Mike.
baby.
That is Nick. Nick, our top.
Hello.
Hello. our uh, our topic. We're not British.
Yeah.
We're really English people.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
We used to be a comedy-based podcast, by the way,
Yeah.
but now we're informational.
Now we are information, but I'm thinking, Nick. I think I might do this. I'm thinking about bringing back the Mix It Up podcast.
By yourself?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna do this podcast and the Mix It
Yeah.
Up podcast, and the offer is for you to do the Mix It Up podcast with me, as always. If you want, it's up to you.
Yeah.
The more content, the better. I think the people want the Mix It Up podcast back.
Yeah. I don't think they like the Live It Up podcast because most of the people that listen are dumb and they don't want to be informed.
Yeah, I think a lot of our audience members are pretty on the spectrum.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's like, oh, now, yeah, we get it now. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I think we make them feel better about themselves when they
Yeah.
listen to us. They're like, look at these two fucking guys.
Listen, I've never been one to back away from calling our listeners stupid and dumb
I think
and to
that's
tell them
work.
they need to get hobbies. And more than ever, I believe this all to be true.
I think it's very important to tell them, to demean them in every single possible way we can do on this podcast. But listen, it doesn't matter anyway because the aliens are coming. And
The aliens are the aliens are coming.
that's our topic to discuss
Yeah.
on this podcast. We're talking about aliens. We're talking about UFOs, creatures.
I want you to get into it first and then I'll follow it up. But I want to know your stuff. Rip into
But
it.
okay, well, I started. I don't know if people remember this, but this is back like a year ago in April 2023 in Vegas. A light fell out the sky. It hit the earth in Vegas in this neighborhood in Las Vegas, and it made a
Mhm.
sound like a big bang. Numerous people like
Boom,
bang,
it went.
like
Bang.
boom, bang. Remember the old Batman like TV show?
Yeah.
Smash,
Yeah.
smack, whoop, douche. You know.
Yeah.
So you hear all that shit, and then it caught like everybody caught it like on multiple ring cameras. So people actually heard the noise,
Yeah.
and this one family, like all of a sudden, two beings they caught. It's hard to see on their camera. You can barely see like the shadow
Yeah.
figure. That's kind of how like it always is. You never really get a good picture of an alien.
Right.
But these
And
people,
Bigfoot too. Like Bigfoot too.
that's another guy that we got to talk about sometime on another podcast is Bigfoot because he's
And
lurking out there.
as Mitch Hedberg said, the late and great Mitch Hedberg,
What do you
maybe Bigfoot is blurry. And that's even scarier.
say?
We have a giant out of focus creature running around the woods.
That is really quite terrifying to have blurry people out there. Um, yeah. So these two beings, like, and you
Wait,
could.
I'm sorry. Give me 1 second here.
All right, good.
Mitch Hedberg is the funniest fucking guy that ever lived. Think about that. The guy came up with the line, maybe Bigfoot is blurry.
I mean, it just makes logical sense based on all the camera shots we have of Bigfoot. You can't really see the guy. I mean, maybe he just is. All cameras are just blurry.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably right, you know? I
Guy's a fucking genius, man. He is an absolute genius.
think
Holy shit.
he was stoned all the time to come up with that shit.
Oh yeah, 100%. All right, go
All
on,
right,
go on.
all right. So, all right. So the Vegas thing, the two aliens, like you could see the video of the family when these two motherfucking aliens crash in the backyard. You could see the family, like the father, two younger brothers.
Yeah,
They started walking towards it, and all of them seen it at the exact same time. You could all see their body language, and they just froze and like kind of backed up and like shocked. These two motherfucking aliens were about 10 feet tall, right? And they were breathing like heavy. They had like big eyes. He said he was describing it,
yeah,
and this is all happened at the same time as that light came in the sky, crashed, and everybody heard it. And even
yeah,
a cop heard it, and he actually seen it. The light came down and asked his partner to go check out like other neighborhoods to see if he could verify this. And
yeah,
sure enough, they found the family. They started talking to him. The family was like, freaking out. They called 911,
hmm
and this I think it was April 2023, and yesterday the reason why I bring up the story again is because yesterday it came out that they're the people or whoever, like people that were trying to figure out the authenticity of the videos.
Yeah.
They said it was true. The videos are real. They're not like photoshopped, created in any sort of way. Like
Yeah.
everything you see, like based on the video, is real
Hmm.
and very strange. It's just like it's actually quite terrifying because the kids were kind of like terrifying. And one of the kid's name is Angel, by the way, that one of the brothers had seen it, and he actually made a YouTube channel to talk about what he's seen.
Hmm.
And he only posted 2 videos.
Yeah.
The first video describing it and like a YouTube short. And that's more concerning to me too, because it almost like a way, like if you wanted to be like, if you're doing it for the fame and try to fool people, you would have many more videos to like and subscribe to, by the way, to get cash and get people, besides all the followers, to get more views, to get paid on it. This
Yeah.
dude is not doing that. And it's concerning to me in a way because who stopped him from coming out and talking more about this? Did the government go in there? Did somebody go in there, higher power, like, listen, you can't talk about this anymore? What's going on here? And you just put a complete stop to like your YouTube channel and his social media and shit like that. That
Yeah.
has to be like a little bit like, hey, maybe it's true.
Hmm. Sorry. I'm watching the video right now of like the backyard, and they're trying to show like the monsters. I'm gonna call them monsters
Right. That's a good description of them.
because they're scary.
Monsters. I mean, they are 10 feet fucking tall. They're breathing heavily with big
Yeah.
eyes looking at you. I
Yeah.
mean, to survive wherever the fuck they came from, to fucking a bright light in the sky, to crash and to survive, like, where's your alien spaceship? Or did you just fly out the sky like as beings?
Right.
Did you just fall out the sky? But I mean, we don't know. Like, maybe there was like an automobile or whatever, or some kind of spaceship that they just found and took out of there real quick. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a possibility. But I'm gonna play you a video of this if you're watching on YouTube. Hopefully you could hear it if you're not watching on YouTube, but here it goes. I swear to God, this is not a joke.
One witness calling 911 after they say an object fell out of the sky and landed in their backyard.
They're like 9 foot, 10 foot tall. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes.
The mysterious object that fell from the sky, even the officers apparently saw that. The green glow of the alleged UFO is seen on this newly released body camera footage.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone thought a shooting star, and then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
So when that 911 call came in, less than an hour later, police were ready to believe it.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Because I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard? Or?
But after a brief investigation of the yard, officers closed the case as unfounded.
If those 9 foot beings come back, don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself.
So yeah, I think people were like a little bit nervous, even like people around like the neighborhood. There was another there was people down the block on the same street that had their lights flicker at the time of the incident. Their TVs went out, their surveillance cameras went out around their house. Like a lot of like the power, like whatever happened, like went out, which is spooky.
It's very spooky.
But there's more to it. Like, but yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Tell me more. What is it?
Right.
Give them all the info.
All right, so this came out like recently. So News Nation, news channel that I follow, it's pretty, it's well received, or around the business. It's not like a lot of shit. They don't come out. It's not like
Around the biz.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not like the bullshit corporate media that, you know what I mean? They actually go like real stories. They're not getting, you know what I mean? So it's a good reputable news source. So they interviewed this kid again. Angel is his name. And
fitting name.
yeah, it is actually a fitting name for what I'm about to talk about. So they interviewed him like recently, pretty much a year later, almost. And it was wild. The kid said in the news that he's seen an upside down crucifix floating in his house with the Jesus ripped off of it. And when he went closer to it, after he seen it, the cross and Jesus just dropped to the floor after it was floating.
Mm-hmm.
Then in another instant, he seen the Bible that was in his house. The pages were turning like somebody was like reading through it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a couple of things, and they're saying like they eventually want to move out the house.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Angel Kenmore, the Kenmore family. The
Mm-hmm.
kid was 17. So
Mm-hmm.
now they're having like these weird shit going on, and now people are saying that maybe the two beings that fell out the sky were demons.
Mm-hmm.
And there's people like in the churches around. I've seen a couple interviews where one church guy was saying, the demons, they're falling out the sky, and people are gonna blame it as aliens because
Mm-hmm.
they're coming around to take people's souls or whatever, So all this but it's pretty wild. Like it's just spooky. Like, and then you see like, if you've been paying attention to the news, you see the attack on Christianity that's been going around, between like, every other story. But I'm not going to get into that. That's just like going down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But you kind of see like a lot of that now, the attack on religion, shit like that. But it's just pretty wild. Like this kid, like you can just tell like when people are like, maybe lying or try to, say shit just for the publicity. And this kid is definitely not, man. It's just like pretty crazy. It's almost like I would like that to happen. I want to see like two beings fall in my backyard just so I could be like, yo, this shit really is real. And then maybe I become like cool with them. You know what I mean? And then like we give each other high fives. And then they give me like special powers, And
Yeah.
then
I think
maybe I could be able to dunk a basketball or hit a softball over the fence, That's what I would ask them. Like, can you make that happen?
I think that if you put like Hycalorzic on your roof and made him try to like fix some shingles up there, that eventually he would fall off. He'd fall into your backyard.
That would leave a mark.
I don't know if he'll give you superpowers. I don't know if you'd be dunking basketballs after that, but
I don't know, that's how but most likely if these things are gonna fall out the sky in your backyard, you're probably gonna have to fight them. You can't, I mean, these motherfuckers, this family, the Kenmore family, they ran away and called 911 and went in the house. I mean, can you imagine calling 911? Imagine the operator. She's like, oh God, another prank call. Yeah, 10-foot big-eyed aliens. And you can tell she's just like on the 911 phone, she's like, all right, I'll send somebody over. You know what I mean? And the dude's like, this is not a joke. But yeah, we probably have to, get the baseball bat, swing away like that alien movie and shit, and you just have to fucking knock them over the side of the head, I guess. I guess you have to fight them. I don't know. Are there a way like they're gonna be able to talk to you if they are aliens? But what if they're demons? That's fucking even more terrifying.
I got a lot of questions here, man. A lot of questions. Number one, we saw the video. So I'm guessing they took on their iPhone. They took the setting of 2023 setting off and put 1972 setting on, so it would get super blurry and super grainy, right?
But you heard what I said, right? Like the other people in the neighborhood, their cameras were getting distorted, cameras going off, television, all electronics were getting all fucked up. So that's something. I want to put out all the information out there.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's great information. Fake news. Fake news.
Skeptic. You sound skeptic of this.
I do sound skeptical of this. I think aliens are fucking real because you're living under a rock if you don't think that there's fucking another creatures out there. But this type of shit, there's two different approaches. If you see something fall out of the sky in the middle of the night, okay, you're either going to stay inside your house and try to film it, or stay inside your house and try to fucking film it. You're not going outside and getting like a little close to it. You know what I mean? Stay inside your house and fucking film it. And nobody else. And then also, now your boys are fucking all in front of you. Why are you not reaching over with your cell phone? Why are you not running up with your cell phone to get a better fucking look at it? It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just trying to think realistically. If this happened to us, Say 4 of us are hanging out in your fucking house. You just heard,
Yeah.
you just saw some crazy shit and it just crashed outside, right? We're going outside.
Yeah,
That's for fucking sure, right?
that happened. Everybody heard it. Everybody, you seen the video. You seen the light fall out the sky. You heard it on the Ring camera app.
But let me tell you something. This is how the conversation's going to go. We see 2 giant fucking creatures. This is how it's going to go. Dude, get the fuck back inside. That's it. Game over. We're all inside. I'm screaming like a bitch. I'm pulling everybody inside the fucking house. We're not standing there like just creeping around looking, oh, what is that thing? No. Nope.
Yeah, you heard what the kid said. The kid said it was almost like an outer body experience, like he froze.
You don't fucking freeze. I don't give a fuck. You do not freeze. You fucking do not freeze. You say,
never know.
Get the fuck inside now.
You say that thinking because all of a sudden you're not. But they're not prepared for what just happened. They're not prepared for these 2 motherfucking alien 10-foot guys that probably could easily dunk a basketball that just fell out the fucking sky. You're not ready for that. You're just minding your own business. All of a sudden, boom, light falls out. You're like, what the fuck? And then you go outside, you see 2 motherfucking aliens. You're just like, you're probably like a deer in headlights at that point. You're like, what the fuck is that? And then you just like, then it finally snaps in your brain. I would think that's probably a normal reaction these kids had, this family had. I want to believe what you say. I want to say what you say. I want to be like, yeah, like, holy shit, what the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. What is this? I get that. I would think that would be my reaction, but who the fuck knows? I don't know.
I believe Chris Rock put it this way. He pretended to be a white person outside of his like hillbilly dwelling, and an alien crashed or came down into the. Oh no! They saw a UFO and he was like, "Oh my god, what is that?" And he got outside and got abducted. He was like, "Black people never get abducted by aliens because they look upstairs, they look up and they're like, oh hell no," and they go back inside their house. Motherfucker, you don't just stand there and stare at a 10-foot fucking alien. You don't. You just fucking don't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so.
You fucking run. You go inside your house and I don't know. Where were the other phones? Where, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
Where was these other kids? They were all in front like, yo, come on. Everybody's got a fucking phone on them. And where's the thing that crashed?
That's what we don't know. Did these beings just fall out, or was there a thing that they were in that crash? Like, what made the light happen then? If it was just beings, like would a being like that make light out of the sky, like what it did, and the sound it made?
Mike, if 2 beings dropped down, they would drop down like this, straight down and just land. They wouldn't. They looked like the thing fucking like twisted around and flopped around and crashed.
What's pretty concerning too is like, all right, if they did fall out of the sky and crashed going a bazillion miles an hour, how the fuck are they just up walking around?
Right. And also,
that's crazy.
That is crazy. And if they were demons, they would have landed like Kia. They would have sensed these 4 kids behind them and they would have ate them. Where were they? What were they, late for a party? They were like, oh shit, we'll get these guys later. We got to hit the bar. Where were they going? Where the fuck were they going?
That's why I don't think per se they were demons. I think maybe they were just alien life forms, right? That probably got fucking lost somehow and crashed into Earth by accident. And they were probably just as fucking freaked out as that family was. They were like, where the fuck are we? Like, why are we here? Like, we're hiding behind a fucking like forklift. It's not like they were rushing them to like kill them or anything. They were kind of like, just looking at them, like almost in like amazement. But where the fuck did they go from there? Did they just go back to their planet? Did they just go for like a run? Like, where'd they go? Did they go in the woods? Like, how the fuck did they call an Uber to get the fuck out of it? Like, where'd they go? Like, they just, are they in somebody's house still in this neighborhood? Just be like, we're living here now. We just ate the family and we're just living in here now.
Maybe
do something like that. Like, where the fuck did they go?
I don't know. I'm watching this again. I'm trying to fucking get a better fucking understanding what's going on here, so I could.
Well, while you're watching that, I'll let you know what happened. Over this Memorial Day weekend, there was a UFO captured zipping through the sky over the Blue Angels air show, on Long Island. So a UFO was spotted, right by these planes doing all the tricks and shit. And
Yeah.
see it like it was on TMZ.
Yeah.
And you could see it in the sky, like to the right of the fucking plane. You're like, what the fuck is that? Like,
Hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
and you're seeing more and more of these. They put in like slow motion. I think the crafts were about 36,000 feet in the sky, and the
Yeah.
object was another like 5,000 feet above them. Very close. But this just goes like this. This is like it's crazy. They haven't like New York City had 30 UFO sightings in 2023, up 7% from the 28 in 2022. So every year it seems like more and more UFO sightings in New York are on the rise.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
The states with the most UFO sightings in 2023 were Cali, 440. Makes sense because it's on the coast, over the water.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know why that it's logical to me, but just sounds logical. Florida, 293, another coast. Texas, 230, another coast. Washington State, another coast, 212. New York, 156, another coast. So it seems like they're almost like going around, the United States and like, looking,
Yeah.
or something's going on. Something's fucking going on, man. They just keep getting more and more. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's technology that we're seeing more videos and more people are, or just back in the day, people still seeing it, but nobody believed it.
Maybe.
I think it had more to do with that. Like back in the day, like when you said you saw an alien, people are like, shut the fuck up. There's no such things as aliens. We only have black and white TVs. You know what I mean? So now
Yeah.
that the technology boom is here and it has
Yeah.
arrived, I think more people could be like, yeah, I get it. I understand. Because, how the fuck, do we have like these computers in our hands and all this technology and shit? So it had to come from somewhere.
I
Maybe it's
guess.
coming from them. I don't know.
Maybe the world may never know. You know?
I think we will know one day.
You think so?
Yeah. It's funny. Like I was looking under the comments of like this shit of these posts because I seen it on Twitter. And one of the persons is kind of like similar to you. His name is Crumb. He's like, just once, can we have a photo that is not blurry? Just
Right.
once,
Yeah.
with all the technology. But what does it do? Does it fuck up our technology when we try to zoom into these fucking things?
I mean, not as take a fucking video and then zoom in, and you'll see that it's not as blurry as fucking this video is. This video is very blurry. And
Yeah.
just go through a video on your phone. Just go through a video on your phone and zoom into it. I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah. That's pretty nice.
Pretty nice, right? You can zoom
Yeah.
in pretty good, right? You can fucking zoom in real good.
You can. You can. Yeah, technology is crazy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, bro. I think we're gonna see some shit like pretty soon. We're
Yeah.
gonna get more and more videos that are gonna come out. I mean, listen, who came out? Like the government came out and already admitted that they have, they shared UFO videos that they
Yeah.
can't explain what the fuck they are. And they put it out there. It was a news story for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Nobody really gave a fuck,
Yeah.
which is crazy. If
Right.
somebody came out back in 1980 and said there were UFOs, it would have been national headlines.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, let me just change the channel. Let me put on the Kardashians, see who they're fucking, or let me put on sports. Let me put on
Right.
this channel. Let me go on my iPhone. Let me go see who's on Twitter. Let me go through my Instagram. It's like almost nobody gives a fuck, which is crazy because it should be a main thing. Like our government admitted that there's spaceships flying around in our fucking skies. They have no idea what the fuck they are.
God bless you.
You
You're
know?
right. It is. It is. Listen, it should be at the top of it should be at the top of everybody in the country's fucking radar. It's the most important thing. It's the most important thing. It's better. It's more important than like feeding the hungry in the country. It's definitely more important than like getting kids smarter. We got to know what's going on in the aliens. We need to. And
That's
here, listen, a live listener just chimed in and said, yeah, but you don't know how intense their powers are. Maybe they can distort the pixels somehow.
I believe it. That's what I've been trying to say. I like
Yeah.
whoever said that, live listener. Thank you. You have common sense where it's lacking in this world. Of course, they're gonna be able to like, dude. They fall out the sky. Of course, they're gonna be like they can manipulate your shit. You know what I mean? But change that shit. Make everything blurry.
Do you think they really manipulate our shit? You think that's why our shits look so gross lately?
Could be. It is crazy. It's a crazy world out there, man. We're gonna figure out something. That's definitely top uno number one. And think about this. You know how they have like those mysterious plane crashes that just crash in the middle of the ocean? Nobody knows what happens. It just blows up. What if an alien fucking like thing just fucking hit it? Maybe nobody knows that. Nobody knows that that shit's flying around in the fucking sky. Maybe it made contact. Maybe it did it on purpose. Nobody fucking knows, bro. We don't know the answer. And they wouldn't admit that anyway.
Listen,
change the pixels.
I just hope that if there are aliens out there, that they're more peaceful than we are anyway. I hope that
and they can teach us something.
Well, I mean, they won't have a chance because we'll kill them, obviously. That's what, we've already talked about that before. If aliens step foot on here, we will eradicate them because that's what we do. That's what we do best, baby.
Oh, there's
we
no doubt.
Destroy. We crush.
We'll be pulling out bazookas and just blowing their heads off. And their bodies will still walk around because their bodies are all right.
Yeah. But in all seriousness, I know we've talked about this before, but I guess this is UFO. Like, there's got to be a planet out there where everything is just rainbow colored and there's unicorns and you can eat like everything that you like all the stuff out there is the food from Hook, where they have the food fight, all that deliciousness, and it's just like, you could just eat the trees and eat. If you wanted to eat the unicorn, like you take a chunk out of his ass, you just eat that unicorn's butt, which some people would like Heike Larzik, he just eats the unicorn's ass, and it just comes back and it just grows. It comes back to like you don't really eat it. You're like Heike could be eating that ass, but it like regenerates itself. You know what I mean?
You're describing like some kind of Smurf fucking like land where you go around eating mushrooms and shit, all happy. Hey, listen, I'm down for that. I'm down for that goofy shit.
Yeah.
Hook me up. I would love to fucking live on that planet.
Listen, people do all these psychedelics and shit like that.
Yes.
And they see all crazy shit. The stuff that you see probably is real somewhere.
Yeah, if you're tripping, maybe you're going to like a different realm or whatever. Yeah. You're just seeing whatever other places have to offer.
Yeah,
but
I was trying to get to another dimension yesterday. I was laying in bed and I was keeping my eyes open, and I was staring up at the ceiling, and it was dark but not fully dark. So I think I might have seen something. Like, I don't know if I saw another dimension or something, but but if I closed my eyes and then opened my eyes, I would see the same thing. So I don't know if it was just because it was dark and I was just imagining it. I really couldn't tell you if I was imagining. I couldn't separate my imagination. Like, when you go into your head, like right now, you could just like picture something in your brain.
Yeah.
Like picture Heike Larzik eating out like a unicorn, a rainbow colored unicorn's asshole. Right? You can picture
it. Yeah, again. It's gross.
It's gross, but he's loving it, and he's got the Hook. He's got the Hook ice cream all over his face right now. He's loving and he's looking at you, and he's looking at you like, Michael F. Trainer.
You gotta try it. You gotta try it. It's good. Unicorn ass is good. It's tasty. It tastes like Lucky Charms.
Oh God, so gross. Unfortunately, I can't picture the unicorn's ass rainbow color. It's still like a brown ass. Like the whole unicorn looks like it's gross.
It's not pleasant.
It's not pleasant. Yeah.
I just picture the unicorn looking terrified, like his face. It has to be a he, because
Oh yeah.
It's definitely a he, that fucking unicorn dude ass.
It's got a huge dick and
yeah.
And Hike's chin is like rubbing up on his balls while he's eating that unicorn ass. Ah,
I
sorry,
thought
Hike.
I thought the Live It Up podcast was supposed to be less raunchy than the Mix It
Yeah.
Up podcast. It
I
almost
think
seems like the Mix It Up is drawing us back.
I think we're leaning more towards. Listen, the Live It Up podcast was just supposed to be more positive and upbeat. This is
Right.
funny. It's not like we're not being negative here. We're just talking about funny stuff, which could be happening. And if we've talked about infinity in the past podcasts, and if infinity exists, then there is another dimension where High Kalarzik is munching on a rainbow colored butthole right now.
Jesus. Now that's fucking terrifying. That is something that didn't pop in my head when I was on mushrooms in Atlantic City over the weekend. So getting to the bullshit segment of this conversation. Shout out to Crazy Chris and Dez. We went to Atlantic City Memorial Weekend for a couple of days. We went Friday, Saturday night, came back early Sunday. Great time. Gambled a little bit. I won some money. Met
Nice.
some people at the pool. Went to the day pool at the water club. Got
Nice.
fucking frozen drinks with rum in it.
Nice.
We were charging it to the room, not giving a fuck. Let's have more. Let's have more. Went through like 3 or 4 of them. Do like a little mushroom before we went down there. So we were all fucking kind of chilling. And
you guys were running around in your boxers.
Yeah, I had a bathing suit, but my friends didn't. They forgot their bathing suits, and they were just walking around the water club in their boxers, not giving a shit.
Were they boxers or boxer briefs?
They were boxers. Yeah, they
Okay.
were boxer briefs where the junk is going to make an appearance. You know what I mean? Like, oh Jesus! But it looks like a bathing suit. People,
Right.
they can't really tell. So,
but if you make one wrong movement, if you don't have a button on those, because I know some have buttons, your dick just falls out.
Yeah, the dick could come out at any given moment. That's especially like when you come out like the hot tub or the water, that the box is all like, it's very close. You got to make sure. You got to gotta make sure that Mr. Weenie don't pop up and terrify the people that are at the pool. But
nobody dared our friend that just happens to have crazy as his birth name to just come out of the pool with his wiener hanging out.
Nah, nobody dared that. Nobody wanted to see it.
I would have dared him. I would have dared him.
Well, you didn't come, so otherwise you would have had the opportunity to do it. But there was a hot tub there, there was a regular pool, and there was a cold plunge. So the cold plunge has
a cold plunge?
Dude, there's a shower that comes on your head, and it's like the water is like it's a lot cooler. Yeah. So you go in that, then you go back to the hot tub, go back forward. Dude, we were there for hours. We got down there early. We broke up like the Banani of just going down the casino, like gambling, hanging out. But we did that. We drank a lot of beers at the room. We crushed Old Homestead Steakhouse.
Yeah,
we had a couple of steaks. The appetizers. I think I told you, like the bacon appetizers, then the mozzarella and the fucking tomato, dude. I just want to go back there. Yeah, like this week to just go to Old Homestead, gamble real quick, and leave. I wish it was closer because I would definitely go back to that steakhouse. It was absolutely
not that far. It's not that far.
It really wasn't.
It's 2 hours or so. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Like we got caught traffic going down there on a Friday, but
traffic going down. Listen, traffic going down doesn't really bother you. You could crack beers, whack each other off. It doesn't matter.
Right, we did that. We did all that.
So this is cool. The Live It Up podcast has become the Mix It Up podcast.
it is coming. Yeah, it's coming full circle.
I think I like the Mix It Up. Live it. Listen, the Live It. I like being stupid on this podcast. I miss it.
Yeah, right.
It frees me.
Serious. It frees your soul. Yeah, it frees your soul.
Yeah, and we could still talk about smart things. We could still be dumb people talking about smart stuff. And pretend like we didn't steal it from YouTube videos, just like everybody else does.
Yes.
But we just need to go back to the basics and just talk about stupidity. Just stay away from the negative stuff. Just more fun, love, and stupid stuff.
Okay. Yeah. No. All right. I got you. What
do you think about that?
I think it's okay.
Do you like it, or you still want to do 2 podcasts?
Probably just the Mick. Don't make fun of my voice. This is my podcast voice. I don't know. I really like the graphics of the Live It Up podcast. I like how it came out.
Well, I'm saying keep it as we keep it. We are a new podcast. It's called the Live It Up podcast, right?
Yeah, we could do that. Or I could just change the live to mix again and just keep everything else like the same. You know what I mean?
We just change it up every week whenever we feel like it's going to be the Mix It Up
everybody.
podcast.
Just confuse everybody out there.
Yeah.
But we definitely, we should do. I don't know if you probably won't go. But I was thinking about this. I was like, Chris always comes down like crazy. Like he's got like the nice Jeep. He drives down because he comes down. He drives down to Jersey to Seaside, right? Yeah. And he's gonna do it again when we go to Wildwood because he got to bring his Jeep like on the beach, for the Jeep station. We should go up to Connecticut. We should get a fucking like at least one night to go to like Mohegan Sun or Fox.
Oh yeah.
Pick Crazy up.
Yep.
Go up there and just spend the night up there. Get a steak dinner up there. Gamble a little bit. Come home the next day.
I think we owe it to Crazy for all the times that he comes down here and hangs out with us. Honestly.
Yeah. No doubt. I was thinking that before. So yeah, shout out to him. He's always down to do stuff.
He's DTF.
Yeah, he's definitely DTF. A lot of people are not
down to fun. Down to fun.
People don't like to have fun anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You think you're DTF?
Sometimes. It depends if I really feel like it. Sometimes I'm not. I gotta be honest.
I know.
Sometimes it's just like, I don't feel like fucking going, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what it is.
Is what it is. Yeah.
It is what it is podcast. That's what we should come up with next. Come up with it is what it is podcast. It's actually not bad. It is what it is podcast.
We should do this.
Not a bad name.
We should do this podcast until we're fucking like 85 years old.
Oh,
we have grandkids.
Yeah.
Well, great grandkids, right? Well, because I think it's a physical impossibility for us. No, it's not actually. Because if I had a kid right now, right, that means that I'd have to. If my kid at like 20 had a kid, that's my grandkid, and then he had a kid at 20, I could be a great grandpa at 80.
You could be. That's how it goes.
If he had a kid, I could be a great.
All right, we know how it works.
100.
We know this. We know how it goes generations.
And if Elon Musk keeps us alive, if he had a kid, I'll be a great granddad at 120.
All right. You know what I mean? I mean, you lost me at great grandpa. Like, that's it.
And I know all our faithful listeners right now are like, oh my God, Nick, you're 40. You don't look like a day over 20, 24 probably, right? And I'm like, yes.
Of course.
It's because we're sponsored by a lot of good products, right?
Yeah.
Such as
pharmaceutical.
Electrolyte.
Yeah, Electrolyte.
What else?
I don't know. Rise coffee keeps me awake and alert and young. Sea moss.
Sea moss. Wait, we were sponsored by what's the thing where you shave your balls with that razor?
Manscaped.
We're sponsored by Manscaped. Some of them us may not use it as much as others, but we're still sponsored by it.
How'd you know?
What?
Did somebody say something after my trip? My bathing suit might have had fucking hairy fucking situation happening over there. It's like Afro puffs coming out my fucking shorts.
Yeah. We're sponsored by Dr. Hyman's Gut Food. We're sponsored by Arbonne's Greens. You should try some greens. So you already take a bunch of stuff anyways, but
I do take a lot of stuff, yeah.
I have to do a detox. Oh, I'm going to tell the people something. So apparently I'm constipated from an x-ray that I was given, which I think I talked about. I drank castor oil. So this is what happened to me the other day. My stomach's been really bothering me.
An x-ray?
Yeah, an x-ray the doctor was like, oh yeah, you're constipated. I'm like, how'd you see that? That doesn't make any sense, right?
Oh, I thought an x-ray made you constipated.
No.
How does that work? The way you said it, I was like, huh?
Nope. So the past few days I've just been like fucked up. I had like a chicken sandwich that was sitting in my car for like 10 hours, right?
Oh,
with mayonnaise and avocado. And I was so hungry because I was working this gigantic Hasidic Jewish festival. and I was setting up in the fucking blazing sun, and I didn't eat anything. And I get back to my car at 5 o'clock, and I was like, I'm doing it. I'm ripping into this fucking thing. I ate this
No.
whole sandwich, and I was fucking like, I felt the bloating and like, oh
The
yeah,
whole
give it to
day?
me. Oh yeah, ate the whole thing. So
Oh,
then
gross.
Saturday I was okay. I went to a barbecue down at Little Dilly Boy's house, and then Sunday I was working a wedding in Mamaroneck, and I got dehydrated as a motherfucker. And Mike doesn't believe me because he thinks I'm a fucking pussy. But I got dehydrated. Headache started coming on. I was like getting blurry in my fucking head. And I was like, oh
Blurry.
boy. Yeah. I was like, dehydration is coming. So I went to go get a couple body armors and Advil, and it knocked it out. But then it came back again. I got re-dehydrated because it was so fucking humid. So I had to take more Advil. And I'm pretty sure the Advil fucked up my immune system. I just destroyed it. And I think I haven't been rested enough because I was working a lot. And uh Monday I was sick. And then Tuesday I was sick, which Mike doesn't believe me. And so I missed our double header last night.
Right.
But I took castor oil on Monday. Okay, because I was like, you know what? I got to get all this shit out of me. I'm done with this shit. Castor oil, teaspoon, tablespoon. Wait a little while, and then you'll be fucking pissing out of your asshole.
Really?
Dude, I was laying down, and my stomach just started gurgling. I was
Oh,
like,
no. Get that bubbling sensation.
and I was just laying down. I was like ripping ass. I was like,
It's bad news.
and then when I went to the bathroom, and I was like, thank God. I can't even believe I didn't just shit all over the place because it felt like a fart again. And then and
Oh,
dude, I shit out stuff that I ate the night before because at my job, they fed us only a vegan meal because it was an Indian and a Jewish wedding combined. It was very weird. Um, and I'll get back to that if we could keep going a little bit, but I shit out a whole fucking mushroom.
an actual mushroom came out of your ass.
It was chopped up. It was a slice of a mushroom, and yes, it was floating around. I was like,
Oh, that's
a
gross.
mushroom that I ate yesterday. So, anyways,
That's
castor oil. If you want to clean yourself out, just make sure you don't have any plans that day.
Obviously.
Anyway, listen to this funny shit. At the wedding, this had to be torture for these people because it was blazing out. They're under a tent, but still, some people were like, the sun was beaming on an angle and just tearing these poor bastards apart, right?
Yeah, it's the worst.
So they had to sit through a full hour ceremony of Indian ceremony wedding. Okay. Then they had cocktail hour for an hour. Then they sat down for 1 hour Jewish ceremony. So these people got married twice. They had to sit there for the boring part of the wedding two times, right?
I wouldn't have showed up.
So then, and it ran over. And then now during the party at all these we get a lot of Jewish weddings. They all sing like Haba Nagila, Haba Nagila, Haba. But it's fucking, they do it with the whole band. It's fucking badass. And I love listening to it, right?
Yep.
These motherfuckers played it for like 20 minutes. Okay. And the Jewish side of the family asked the band to play it for a half an hour, probably.
Oh.
And so my boss is like, the Jews are really giving it to the Indians, making a power move here, showing them what's up. And I was like, holy shit, I didn't think that. But they were like, you know what? We're going to show them how we do it around here. And then the band like stopped after 20 minutes because they looked around. They were like, nobody wants to hear this shit anymore. I'm not even joking around. They played the same song for fucking 20 minutes and they asked them to play it for a half an hour.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah.
They do some stupid. I would have hate that party. I wouldn't have liked that shit. That's just too much. Of the same song, it's like torture.
It's a fun song, though. I'm telling you, they're going nuts. They're throwing the people around. They're throwing them up in the chair.
It's like going to like the black church and shit when they sing and dance. Yeah, it's fucking mad exciting, but how much could you take of the same shit over and over again? It would make me tired of it.
I could listen to that song for 4 hours, the whole wedding.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna videotape it. I'm working this weekend. They're gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking videotape it. You're gonna see how fucking gnarly it is and how much fun it is to watch.
Let me just show up. Let me just pop in.
Come.
I should, right? Would they stop me from just popping in?
Dude, when I tell you no one would ever know if you crashed a fucking wedding, ever.
Nobody,
Ever.
right? Yeah, because a lot of people don't
Ever.
know each other, really. They only know like certain tables and certain groups.
Ever. You could come to every wedding that I ever go to. This one's out in the Hamptons. You should just come.
In the Hamptons, really.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Only problem is you got to get there at 1 o'clock and you'll be there till fucking 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's a long time.
You'd have to drive yourself.
Yeah, right. That seems like a long time.
But yo, people should legit start crashing these weddings, man. At the very least for the cocktail hour.
Yeah, right. That's a great idea. I mean, I know they had a movie, Wedding Crashers, about it, but yeah, you're right, though. A lot of these things, you could just like, all right, let me find the wedding, just show up, wear a nice fucking suit, walk around, mingle. And then before you know it, you're part of the family, you know?
Yeah.
You don't even need to bring a gift, you know?
No.
It'd be funny if you do get caught, like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
They're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm here with Santa, you know?
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
they're like, oh, okay. You just got to guess the right name. You got to figure out the name's going to be at the party. So you know what you do. I guess, do they have like a wedding list of, don't people have to sign into like a wedding, like the wedding book? Or is that just like a wake?
No, that's not. No, you have to find your name tag.
Okay, you find your name. All right, so you go, you look for any girl's fucking name. You just hope it ain't like a 90-year-old grandma. Like, oh, I'm with Edna. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, who are you? So, yeah. That sounds like a fun little gig, man.
Yo, in all seriousness, though,
I would do that,
dude. The fucking bride and groom don't even show up to the cocktail hour till like fucking 45 minutes in. So nobody knows if you're not fucking Frank Russo that works with fucking Johnny Boy Johnson from fucking, you know what I mean? Like over in fucking Kimball Smith, Jimble Jangler. Nobody knows that.
Just make something up. It could be anything you want at a wedding. You could be whoever you want to be. I could be Mitch Hedlum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be Jack Mayhofer.
Dude, I'm down to crash a wedding one day.
I'm Blurry Bigfoot. Like, let's go. Let's fucking party. Yeah, I'm down to fucking crash a wedding. You know what we get? We have to start like far away. Where you know what I mean? Like go to New Jersey weddings, you know? Start in other states.
Yeah, because then you won't know anybody.
Yeah, because then it's like a really good, opportunity for you not to run into somebody you know.
Right.
You know?
See, the thing is this, I haven't run into all these venues. I haven't run into anybody I know, but I think they're really high class. They're really fucking good, like really good venues. They're fucking like 150, 200,000 fucking dollar weddings all the time. The fucking places that I go to, they're insane.
Really?
And yeah, they're all Jewish weddings that I work, and they're rich as fuck, these people. And I haven't run into one human being that I've seen that I know ever. And it probably doesn't seem like I ever will.
I mean, why is it all Jewish weddings? Do they have like your company as like the number one Jewish like company to get or something like that?
I don't know. I think I don't know if like the people that work there have some sort of in or something, a connection with them or something. I really don't know.
It's got to be. They got to be connected somehow. There's got to be like it has to be.
Yeah.
Man, the Jews versus the Indians wedding.
Yeah.
Was the wife Indian?
Yeah, no, she was Jewish.
Really? The wife was Jewish and there was a male Indian.
Dude.
Wow. I would have guessed the other way around.
The dude's mother gave a speech and she was absolutely fucking hilarious, man.
Oh, yeah.
This little Indian lady with her accent, and she cracked so many jokes and didn't laugh at any of her jokes. You know that like smooth comedian just telling that shit, never even cracked a smile the whole fucking time.
Really?
Crushed it though.
Wow, that's a hard comedian right there.
Yeah. She was awesome.
That's good.
Man. Well,
that's a wrap.
We back.
Yeah, that's it.
We back, bitches.
So tune in next week to the Is What It Is podcast. Our new podcast is going to come out.
Yeah.
So, we'll think of something. We're back.
All right, cool.
You know
And
what?
let's get crazy Chris on the horn and we'll get a Mohegan Sun / Foxwood trip going for the fall. I don't want to hear no summer shit.
Nah, we gotta do it in the summer. We gotta do
I
it.
can't do this summer. I can't fucking do this summer.
Sure, what do you work every weekend? Get
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Do you really work every weekend?
That's my plan. Yes. Usually my boss asks me every Saturday. Like last year, he asked me pretty much every Saturday. I just had so much shit going on. But this year I don't have many prior obligations booked, and I have to work every single Saturday if he asks me.
Okay. You should ask him for a schedule ahead of time. So
Yo,
maybe
it's so weird,
have
bro.
the Saturday off, you know?
It's so weird. I don't understand how he doesn't have these things booked out in advance when it's a wedding. Well, this is the thing, actually. I don't think that the band, so the band is hired and then the band hires a sound company.
Okay.
I don't think the band lets the sound company know, which is bizarre to me, until like somewhat last minute or some shit, because my boss was talking to the band the other day, like, oh, if you need us June 15th, let me know. We'll see you June 15th. And the band was like, all right, we'll let you know. Like,
Interesting.
let us know like now or like a few months ago.
That you would
You
see,
know?
like that would make sense.
Yeah, but there's a lot of bands that are
goes
part of this company, and my boss has a lot of different engineers and shit. Like, it's not like we're the one team. He sends out like fucking 3 or 4 teams like on the weekend. You know what I mean?
Okay. But does he always need somebody to work Saturday? Is that what it is?
He needs multiple people to work on Saturdays. Yeah.
That's why he always asks you to work. So you're pretty
Yeah.
much guaranteed a slot.
At this point, yeah, because I think he let a couple people go, so I think he's going to be asking me every single weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I guess the fall it is. So listen, like and subscribe to whatever fucking podcast we do, and then we'll see you next week to whatever podcast we come up with. Whatever.
Yes.
Whatever. If you're thinking some names or thinking some shit, like hit us up.
Sometimes the
But with that, we out.
Peace.
I'm out of here. Later.
Sometimes the day feels like the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never mind about what I've seen. I'll sit alone in this disguise, but I'll try. So I hang my head, I drown my thoughts, smoke my stuff, then I sing my song. I don't know much what it used to be. I love myself, but I don't love me, no. The question still remains.